morning and Jai Hind children. Welcome to the maths class. Children, we have done define in our previous class. I have given you few terms. I have explained you few terms in lesson 7 geometry, and those terms you all have written as define. I hope you all have completed your yesterday's classwork. You all have made us the geometry notebook. Now we are going to do today book exercises of lesson 7. But before starting book exercises of lesson 7, I want you all to revise the terms that we have read yesterday once more. Okay? So let's start today's class. Yesterday we have read about point. First thing that we have read in geometry is point. See children, this is point. This is also known as dot. It is represented, a point is represented by a dot. And a point is always written in a capital letter. Like if we are writing point A, so it is always represented with a capital letter. You will never write point A in a small letter. So point is represented by dot and it is always written in a capital letter. It always represents the location or the place. Okay, it is not a thing. A point is not a thing. It shows the location or place of any object. Now see, this is point. It is represented by a dot and it is always written in a capital letter. Okay. Now see, what is line? This is line. Now why there are two arrows on both the heads of line? On the both the sides of line you will find there are two arrows. Why there are two arrows or why it is represented by two arrows? Because the line can be extended on both the sides. We can extend this line on both the sides. Either this side or this side. It has no end point. A line has no end point and it can be extended on both the sides. So this is the property of line and this is what line is. Okay. So in line we can extend it to any extent. हम इसको कितनी भी बड़ी कर सकते हैं and we can extend it into both the directions. हम दोनों तरफ हम इसको बढ़ा सकते हैं. So this is what line is. Okay. So line can be extended in both the directions. It is infinite. It has no length, no fixed length. It is infinite and it can be extended in both the directions. So these arrows show that it can be extended in both the directions. Then come line segment. Now line segment. Line segment has two endpoints. Line segment always has two endpoints and it has a fixed length. It is drawn on a fixed length. This is a line segment. This is an example of line segment. It has two endpoints. See, I have not made arrows. Why? Because arrows show that it can be extended. But in case of line segment, it has two endpoints and it cannot be extended. It will be drawn of the same length of what we are given. Okay, so if suppose it is given that we have to draw a line segment of 4 centimeter, we cannot draw it, we cannot stretch it to 5 centimeter, we cannot stretch it to 4.5 centimeter or 3.5 centimeter either. ना हम छोटी बनाएंगे और ना ही उसको हम बड़ा करेंगे. We will make exactly 4 centimeter. So this is what line segment is. In line segment, the length of line is fixed and we cannot extend it in any of the direction. It has to be drawn within the two end points. Okay, a line segment has two end points and it cannot be extended in either of the sides. Okay, so now you all have understood what is point, what is line and what is line segment. Now I will show you the next figure. Now you can see on the screen that there is a arrow which is going one side. Okay. So here suppose if this is the figure, it is this figure is ray AB. This is known as ray, where it has one end point and it can be extended on in one direction. So a ray can be extended in one direction. Line can be extended in both the directions, but a ray can be extended only in one direction. Okay, it has one endpoint and it can be extended in one direction. So this is what ray is. Ray can be extended in one direction. It has one endpoint. Okay, so it begins from an endpoint and it is long lasting. You can extend it in one direction. आप इसको एक तरफ जितना चाहो उतना बड़ा कर सकते हैं. It has only one endpoint and one side you can extend it to any extent you want to. So this is what ray. It has one endpoint and it can be the length of ray, length of line segment can be extended to any extent. Now ray and line segment is a part of line. Okay, a ray and a line segment is a part of line. Now you all have understood the difference between ray, line and line segment. See once again I am showing you. This is what? Line. Okay, this is a line and how it is written. Suppose this is line AB. It is written as AB and you will put it is represented by this side. A line is represented by this side. Okay. So how you will read it? Line AB. How you will read it? Line AB. Okay. So this is line. It has two arrows on both the side. It shows that it can be extended in both the directions. हम इसको दोनों तरफ से बड़ा कर सकते हैं. In both the directions we can extend it. Okay. It has no endpoint. A line has no endpoint. It has no fixed length and it can be extended in both the directions. So this is line. This is how it is written and it is represented by this symbol. Okay. Now see, this is line segment. A line segment has two endpoints. A line segment has two endpoints and it is written as AB and just a line is drawn. Okay. So how line segment is written? AB and it is represented by this symbol. Just a simple line is drawn on AB. Okay. So a line segment has two endpoints and it cannot be extended in either of the direction. It has a fixed length. जितनी लेंथ होगी हम उतना ही बड़ा line segment we can draw. We cannot extend it according to our wish as in the line. Line, there are two arrows and we can extend in both the directions. A line can be extended in both the directions, but a line segment cannot be extended in any of the direction. In either of the direction it cannot be extended. So now you have understood the difference between line and line segment. Line is written like, line AB is written like this and line segment AB is written like this. So this is the symbol which represent line and this is the symbol which represent line segment. Okay. Now see the next figure. Now I will show you ray. And in ray also here only you can see. In ray there is one endpoint. It begins from an endpoint and it can extend in one direction. It extends in one direction. It goes in one straight direction. Okay. So a ray has one endpoint and it can be extended in one direction. So now you have understood the difference between a ray, line and line segment. And how a ray is written is, suppose AB you are writing, this is ray. It is represented by this symbol. So a ray is represented by this symbol. Okay. Line is represented by this symbol and line segment is represented by this symbol. So the symbols should be very clear to you. You will not put any wrong symbol. Okay. So ray is drawn like this. Line is represented by like this and line segment is written like this. Okay. You will read it ray AB, line AB and line segment AB. Okay. Now I will show you few more figures. Now children, you can see that there is a circle in the screen. Okay. Now this is what center is. Okay. Center is the just middle point of a circle. एकदम बीचों बीच में जो जगह होती है, from where we put the compass, needle of the compass and draw the circle, if suppose this is needle of the compass and we are drawing the circle, so where we put the needle of the circle and draw the circle, where we put the needle of the compass and draw the circle, that point is known as center of the circle. This point is known as center of the circle. Okay, this point is known as center of the circle, and all the line segments that are drawn inside the circle are equal from the center to the edge of the circle. You draw any line segment, okay, you draw any line segment, all the line segments will be equal. Okay, all the line segments will be equal which are being drawn from the center to the circle. आप जितनी भी lines draw करोगे center में से and it is going to the circle, all the line segments will be equal. All the line segments are equidistant from the center. So this is what center is. Center is the बीचों बीच जो point होता है that is known as center of a circle. It is the interior. It is in the interior of the circle. Circle के अंदर होता है and it is the place. It is the point from where we put the needle of the compass and draw the circle. So I hope now center of circle is clear to you. Now I will show you the circumference. Okay, circumference. See, this is the circle and this is the length of the thickness of the circle. The length of the thickness of the circle is known as circumference. Okay, so that it is the outer part of the circle. So the thickness of circle is known as circumference. The thickness of the circle, the length of the thickness of the circle is known as circumference. Clear? Now I will show you radius. Okay. Now see children, what is radius? A radius is a line segment which begins from the center and it goes and touches the edge of the circle. So radius starts from the center of the circle and it goes to the edge of the circle. So it is a meeting point from the center of the circle and it meets the circle edge of the circle. This is what radius is. Okay, so a line segment which is drawn from the center of the circle and which touches the circle. जो कहाँ से कहाँ तक बनता है, center से start होता है and it touches the circle is known as radius. Okay, so this line segment is known as radius and you can name it any what is given in the question. Okay, you can name it accordingly as it is instructed in the question. So this is radius OA. Now understood all of you what is radius? Radius is the line segment which starts from the center of the circle and which goes straight to the circle. All the radii are equal. You know what is radii? Radii is the plural of radius. One radius, many radii. Okay. So plural of radius is radii. All the radii are equal. Why? Because they all are starting from the center of the circle and going to the circle. So all the radii are equal. Okay. Now I will show you the diameter of the circle. So a line which divides the circle into two equal parts is known as diameter of a circle. You can see this line which is passing through the center of the circle and which divides the circle into two equal parts is known as diameter. This line is known as diameter. Radius is half of the diameter. Radius is half of the diameter. Radius क्या होती है? It is half of diameter. Okay. Radius is half of the diameter. Diameter is a complete length and radius किसको कहते हैं? जो half diameter होती है, that is known as radius. Okay. So diameter is a line segment which is passing through the center of the circle, जो circle के बीचों बीच से जाती है and it divides circle into two equal parts. इसको half में divide करती है, that is known as diameter. Okay, one complete circle is divided into two equal halves by this line which is known as diameter. Understood? Now you got the difference between diameter, radius and circumference. Circumference is the thickness of the circle. This is the thickness of the circle. So circumference is the thickness of the circle. Radius is the line which passing from the center to the circle, जो बीचों बीच center से start होती है और circle तक जाती है. Diameter is a line segment which divides the circle into two equal parts. Okay, diameter वो line होती है जो circle को two parts में divide करती है and it is drawn in the center of the circle. It joins the two end points of the circle. ये देखो, this see, these are the two end points of the circle and it is touching both the end points of the circle and it is dividing the circle into two equal parts. Radius is always half of the diameter. Okay, radius क्या है? Half of the diameter. Now I hope up to here your concept is clear. Now I will show you semicircle. What is semicircle? Half circle is known as semicircle. Okay? Half circle is known as semicircle. You all have seen complete circle. Now half circle is known as semicircle. Okay? One complete circle is divided into two equal parts. So the half part is known as half circle is known as semicircle. Okay? So I hope you all have understood up to here. Now children, you can see in the screen, on the screen you can see there are two figures. One is incomplete or you can say open figure and the other one is closed figure. So a simple closed figure which is made up of three or more line segment is known as polygon. Okay. So the figure, the shape that is made up of कितने line segments से बना हुआ है? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many line segments are there? 4 line segments and it is completely closed. ये कहीं से भी खुला हुआ नहीं है. It is closed and one more thing that you have to see in simple closed figure is that it is starting from the very point and it is ending at the same point. So it starts from this point. We start drawing a square like this, like this, like this, and then we end it at the same point. So the shapes that are starting from the same point and ending on the same point is known as simple closed figures. And the figures which are incomplete or you can say they are half done, they are open at any space, that is known as open figure or open shape. So now you all have understood this is open figure. Because it is opening, it is the end point and meeting point is starting point and end point is not meeting anywhere. So it is an open figure. And here the meeting starting point and ending point is same. So it is known as closed figure. It is completely closed in all the sides. So I hope now you all have understood the difference between open figure and closed figure. Now children, open your book. Lesson 7 geometry, take out warm up and we will start doing the warm up exercises. Now children, take out your book, open page number 113. All of you take out your book and open page number 113. Lesson 7 geometry. Okay. Now take out warm up exercises. See the first page. See the first question all of you. Question A. Write the number of sides. Write the number of sides in each shape. Here we have to write the number of sides. Okay. Now you can see this is a circle. This is a circle. A circle has any number of sides? इसमें sides होते हैं? No. There are none of the number of the sides. There are no sides in circle. So you will write 0. Okay. We have to count the number of sides and then we have to write the number of sides in each shape. Now come to the shape 2, figure 2, sorry. And now see how many sides are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are how many sides in this figure? 6 sides. So write down 6. Then come to the third figure. Now see how many sides are there in your third figure. 1, 2 and 3. So there are how many sides? 3 sides. So write down 3. Done everyone? Completed? Now come to the fourth figure. Now in fourth figure, how many sides are there? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 sides in this figure. So write down 5, all of you. Completed. Now come to the question number 5. Now count the number of sides with me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are only 4 sides in figure 5. So write down 4. Everyone write it with the help of pencil. Okay, I have made use of color because the pencil was not available. Pencil was not visible. That is why I have used colors. But you will not use colors in your book. You will make use of pencil. So sit with pencil in your hand and take a scale also, because in further exercises a scale will be required. Okay. So now see the sixth question. Now count the number of sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 sides are there. How many sides are there in this figure? There are 8 sides. Okay, you have to count the line segments. You have to count the line segments in the figure. Now see, come to figure number 7. Now how many line segments? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So write down 7. Written. Very good, children. Now come to the next figure. Figure number 8. Now count the number of line segments in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 sides in this shape. Now come to the next question. Your next question is, name the shaded face of the solid shape. So here you can see all the 3D shapes that you all have studied in the 3rd standard. You all have studied about cylinder, cuboid, cone, cube. Yes, you all have studied these figures. Now, see, this is the first figure. This is a cylinder. Yes, you all identify this shape. It is cylinder. Now, you have to see the shaded part. Which is the shaded part? Now, the shaded part is showing you which shape? It is circle. So, write down circle, all of you. Now, see the second figure. In second figure, the shaded part in cuboid, the shaded part is showing which shape? It is showing, tell me who is going to guess. Okay, so all the guessings are correct and the answer is rectangle. Now see the third shape. In third shape, you can see it is a cone. Now you all eat ice creams, you all wear birthday caps. It is conical in shape. Yes, it is a cone shape. Now in cone, the shaded part, you can see the shaded part. Now this shaded part is showing which shape? Which shape is, you can see which shape is this? It is a circle. Now come to the next figure, your figure number 4. In this figure, you can see this is a prism. Okay, prism. And the shaded part is showing you which shape? It is a triangle. So write down triangle, all of you. Now you can see figure 5. It is a cube and the shaded part is square. Okay. So this completes your exercise on page 113. Now come to the next page. Page number 114. All of you get ready with pencil and scale in your hand. Because now here we have to measure and we will make use of scale in this exercise. Children, you can see these dotted lines. This is one dotted line and this is the another dotted line. What you have to do is you have to draw a line with the help of scale. You will not draw it with hands. Join these dotted lines and draw the line. Okay, this side also and this side also. Do it. I'm giving you 2 minutes time. You all make it fast. Okay. So with the help of scale, you will draw a line this side also and this side also. Drawn, everyone? Now See, the edge of this toothbrush is on 0. It is beginning from 0 and it is ending on 5. Now count how long it is. What is the length of this toothbrush? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this means that this toothbrush is 5 centimeter long. You all can see here a ruler is there and a toothbrush is there, and we have to measure the length of this toothbrush. So we will put a scale, we will draw this dotted line with the help of scale and pencil. We will join these dotted lines. So now this you can see, we will not start measuring from 0. हम 0 से measure करना start नहीं करेंगे. We will start measuring it from 1. 0 से 1 तक कितने सेंटीमीटर हुए? 1 सेंटीमीटर. Then this is 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 and 5. So this toothbrush is 5 centimeter long. Now come to the next figure. In the next figure you can see there is a comb given. First thing that you will do is you will draw a line, join the dots and draw the line with the help of scale on both the sides of the comb. हम दोनों तरफ line खींचेंगे. Okay, we will draw line both the sides. Now see, you will, it is the one edge is on 2 centimeter and on the other edge is on the 8 centimeter. Okay, so it is starting from 2 and ending on 8, but we will start measuring from 3. हम 2 से measure नहीं करेंगे. We will not start measuring from the very beginning point. जिस point से शुरू हो रहा है वहां से measurement नहीं start करेंगे. We will start measuring from the next point. जो भी next point है उससे हम measure करना शुरू करेंगे. Okay. So consider it as 0. 2 will be considered as 0. Now 3, 1 centimeter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means this comb is, what is the length of this comb? It is 6 centimeter long. Now come to the next figure. In the next figure also, first thing that you will do is draw a line with the help of scale. Join these dots and form a line. Both the sides you will form a line. Now it's beginning from 3. So 3 will be taken as 0 and it is ending on 7. So now count 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means this pencil is 4 centimeter long. हम 3 को क्या लेके चलेंगे? We will consider this 3 as 0. इसको हम 0 लेंगे. हम इसकी counting नहीं करेंगे. We will start counting from the next number. Okay. So 4 is 1 centimeter, 5 2 centimeter, 6 3 centimeter and 7 4 centimeter. Okay. So now you all have completed this exercise. Now come to the mental maths on page number 117. Okay. 117. In this page you will see mental maths are given. Okay. Under this checkpoint, mental maths question is given, where it is written, measure each of the following objects and write their lengths in centimeter. Okay, so we have to measure these objects and a ruler is given. Okay, ruler is given, a scale is given. We just have to measure it and write the length of these objects. Now see, this is the first object, which is crayon. Now what you will do, you all are having pencil in your hand. Now draw a straight line from this crayon to 2 centimeter. Okay, it is coming down and it is of the length of this crayon is 2 centimeter. Okay, so draw a straight line from the tip of this crayon to 2 centimeter and you will get the exact length of this crayon. Same is with the paintbrush. It is all the objects are starting from 0, you can see. Okay, so all the objects are starting from 0 but ending at different points depending on their length. Now this paintbrush, now draw a straight line with the help of scale and you will see, you will find that it is coming to 4 centimeter. Okay, you draw a straight line, you will find that it is coming to 4 centimeter. So the length of paintbrush is 4 centimeter. Now this comb, okay, it's starting from 0. All the objects are starting from 0. And when you will draw a straight line with the help of scale and pencil, you will find that it is 6 centimeter long. Okay, so the length of this comb is 6 centimeter. Okay, so length of crayon is 2 centimeter. Length of paintbrush is 4 centimeter and length of comb is 6 centimeter. Now, come to the next exercise. Your next exercise is, see all of you, your next exercise. In your next exercise, you can see color the simple closed figures. So you have to color these figures, okay? You can see they are simple closed figures. None of them are open figures. So you have to color all the 6 figures given in question number A. Okay, so in question number A, you will color all the 6 figures. Now come to question number B. Color the polygons. Here you have to color only the polygons. Okay, polygons, I have told you, simple closed figures that are made up of 3 to 4 line segments are known as polygons. And the next property of polygons, how you will identify whether it is a polygon or not? It starts from the beginning point and it ends at the same point. वो जहाँ से शुरू होते हैं वो वहीं पे खत्म होते हैं. Okay, so that is why they are known as polygons. You can see this is a simple closed polygon shape. This is also a polygon and this is also a polygon. All these 3 are polygons. So you don't have to color figure number 3, figure number 4 and figure number 5. आपको color नहीं करना है in figure number 3, figure number 4, figure number 5. So put a small cross in these figures. 3, 4, 5 को आप क्रॉस कर दोगे and you will color figure number 1, figure number 2 and figure number 6. Now come to the next question. Your next question is question number C. Join the dots with straight line. Name each polygon you make. First one is done for you. You have to join the dots. आपको join करना है dots with the help of scale and pencil. Make use of scale in geometry. Okay, don't dirty your book or notebook, any of it. Now you will join the dots with the help of pencil and scale and you will find the first figure is triangle. Why? Because there are 3 sides. Okay, so how many sides? Yesterday we have studied about all the polygons. A shape that has 3 sides is known as triangle. Now see the next figure. In next figure, what you will do? You will join the dots and you will find that there are 4 sides. कितने sides है इसमें? 4 sides. So a shape that is having 4 sides is known as quadrilateral. Okay. So a shape that is having 4 sides is known as quadrilateral. Now a shape. Now this is the shape. Now how many sides are there? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So with the help of pencil and scale, you will join all the dots and you will find that there are 5 sides. So a shape that is having 5 sides is known as pentagon. Now see, there are how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a shape having 6 sides is known as hexagon. So this completes your question number C. First one is triangle, then comes quadrilateral, then pentagon and then hexagon. Now come to page number 120. Write pentagon or hexagon. So you have to count the line segments and then you have to write whether it is a pentagon or a hexagon. In the first figure, just count the line segments with me. Okay, how many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. कितने sides है इस shape में? 5 sides. So a shape that is having 5 sides is known as pentagon and a shape that is having 6 sides is known as hexagon. Now count how many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 6 sides are here in this shape. That is why it is known as hexagon. Now again count the third figure. How many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 sides. That's why it is known as pentagon. Now see, in question number E, you have to draw the following by joining the dots. So here you have to join the dots and make the shape like rectangle, pentagon and hexagon. And in question number F, you have to draw different types of triangles by joining the dots. Okay. So this completes your today's exercises. Okay. So children, this completes your today's exercises. If you have not completed any of the question, no need of worrying about it. I am sending you a PDF file through which you can complete your book exercises. So I hope you all have enjoyed today's class. We will meet again in our next class. Till then, goodbye and take care everyone.